when authorities notice an odd, foul odor emanating from the car. What starts as a regular traffic stop takes a terrifying turn.
Case has been one of DA Rosen's top priorities for us to solve.
The next search reveals a story so unsettling that it is hard to believe, leaving several policemen visibly scared, physically uncomfortable, and furious over one of the most heinous discoveries ever made. The majority of the video, which is based on official police documents, has never been seen before. Just after 11 p.m. on July 28, 2021, in Essex, Maryland, a Baltimore County Police Department officer pulls up to a car for a traffic stop. There is no mistaking the stink. However, it is difficult to identify the source of the odor, because whatever is within is hidden beneath countless layers of plastic garbage bags. Officers eventually find a black suitcase after slicing through several layers of rubbish bags. They are sickened by what they discover. The cops find it difficult to comprehend the horror they have just witnessed, once in police custody under arrest. Officers decide to take a closer look to verify what's underneath the blanket covered in maggots, after informing the tow truck driver that his services will no longer be required. With additional atrocities and hidden facts yet to be discovered, what they have discovered is only the start of a sinister and tragic case. It is decided to transport both women to the police station for the time being. When the two women get to the station, they are put in different rooms. BB seems perplexed, but Nicole seems to understand why she was arrested. Nicole is still chatting to herself in the other room, clearly struggling with her own ideas. For others in the station, the smell of rotting becomes intolerable as it clings to Nicole. Soon after, it is decided to move the two women to a different institution, so that investigators can interview them. Officers at the scene, keeping watch over the body, talk about the unfortunate situation and inquire about the one concern that everyone has. Nicole has a lot to explain when she walks into the questioning room. She tells cops that BB waited in the car as she traveled to Essex to meet a man for prostitution. She says she had noticed the odor, but thought it was a dead rat. Detectives report that it was evident from their conversations that BB was mentally challenged and was unaware of the occurrence. Given the second horrific discovery at the crime scene, Nicole's hazy account is insufficient to appease detectives. Although the signs had been there from the beginning, homicide police didn't find a second kid until they started going through Nicole's possessions. Buried beneath the bags and the suitcase with the young girl were the aged remains of a small boy in a black and yellow plastic bucket. Like the girl, the child's body had been covered with blankets and stacked in several layers of trash bags. Nicole was left in charge of Joshlyn Marie James Johnson, age 7, and Larry Darnell O'Neill, age 5, 2 years ago by her sister, who said she couldn't take care of them at the time. In light of the ongoing investigation, investigators also discovered that the sister has an open case with the Baltimore City Department of Social Services regarding an 8-month-old baby who was temporarily placed in their custody. Nicole was unable to spell the young girl's name, even though she presented herself as the superior caregiver. She was also unable to remember the birthday of either child. Investigators discovered a motel where Nicole had recently been staying, despite her prior claim that she was living in her car. The chamber contains 2 plush animals and 2 rose bears, one pink and one blue, with the words "always" and "forever" written on ribbons around their necks. There are no children's clothes, possessions, or other signs that any kids were there, other than the plush animals. How long the kids had been in the car's trunk, and what caused their deaths are among the numerous unanswered concerns raised by this and their advanced state of decay. The detective reminds Nicole that it's crucial that she tell investigators her story first, and informs her that they won't let her talk to her mother just yet. Multiple interactions with Nicole's sister, who paid Nicole money and regularly checked in on the kids, are revealed in text messages taken from Nicole's phones. Eager for them to meet their new brother, she often requested to see them. But according to the sister, Nicole prevented her from seeing them. Nicole acknowledges that she carried the little child in the suitcase as she proceeded to go from hotel to hotel, eventually putting her in the car's trunk. It is estimated that Joshlyn passed away around May 2020, roughly 14 months before the traffic stop. Joshlyn's body was still covered in a comforter with a cigarette butt inside when it was brought to the medical examiner's office. Her corpse had numerous injuries, but because of the advanced stage of decomposition, it was impossible to pinpoint the precise cause of death. Nevertheless, based on evidence of physical abuse and neglect, investigators declared her death a homicide. Larry's remains were still in their Paw Patrol pajamas when they were brought to the medical examiner's office. Additionally, his body was covered in bruises, and although his legs had surface cuts, there was no evidence of severe bleeding. Internal blood, however, was observed around his elbow and knee, indicating trauma before death. Similar to his sister, Larry was in such advanced decomposition that it was hard to pinpoint the precise cause of his death. Later, investigators learned that neither child had ever been reported missing, had never attended school, and had never seen a doctor in Maryland. Concern was heightened by another detail. Both kids seemed abnormally small for their ages. Doctors estimate that the children's low weights would have been reached after several months of malnutrition. According to the investigation's findings, both young toddlers died as a result of their Aunt Nicole's abuse and negligence. Nicole's mother begged Baltimore public officials to step in and safeguard her surviving grandson in an email sent a month after Nicole was arrested. The email also accused the mother of the children and social workers of failing to protect them. The mother started a GoFundMe account to raise money for their funeral. According to several news agencies, rumors later surfaced that she started up to 4 other fundraisers, all of which have now been taken down. Nicole Michelle Johnson, 33, was arrested, detained without bond, and then charged with 14 crimes. First-degree child abuse resulting in death, first-degree child abuse involving severe physical injury, second-degree child abuse, second-degree assault, neglect of a minor, failure to report a minor's death, and unauthorized body disposal were among the charges, which included 2 counts each. On August 13th, 2024, she finally entered a guilty plea to 2 charges of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. In February 2025, she was given a life sentence with all but 50 years suspended, along with an extra 5 years of supervised probation until her ultimate release. You can find more footage and behind-the-scenes information on our Patreon if you want to watch a few new movies first, and support us as we continue to unearth case files that are rarely discovered. Early access to a selection of new videos is another benefit of YouTube channel subscribers.